Hey, happy, beautiful, amazing day. Dr. Bob Rakowski here, Houston, Texas. Always enjoying health, happiness, and success. Spending a good portion of my life as an educator. Remember that the word doctor means teacher. So success strategy number 2 is going to be the strategy of faith. And this is from Think and Grow Rich. And you look at that book and it's considered the top personal development book of all time. Napoleon Hill, a 30-year project to interview the 500 most successful people on planet Earth and put together a practical guide where average people could become successful. I wanted to know how many millionaires this book created. I don't know that we'll ever know, but I like this answer on Quora. Basically, what they asked was, how many people have become millionaires from Think and Grow Rich? And this person said most millionaires have read the book. And in fact, basically, if you ask successful people if they read it, they'll basically say yes. And for me, I think it's every successful person that I asked the question, they said, yeah, I have read this book. So if you haven't, I'm going to encourage you to read it. And we're going to give you summaries of it in modern day language. But we're going to talk about faith. So notice what this says. Faith is an action based on a belief supported by confidence. So there's scripture that says faith without works is dead. So think about it. How much faith do you have if you don't act on it at all? The answer is dead faith. So let's have live faith. Martin Luther King, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. So, I listened to an audio the other day and they said, what if you had to drive across the country and there was thick fog and your headlights can only have you see, who knows, 500 or 1,000 feet ahead? Could you make it across the country? You could. You certainly wouldn't see the whole journey, but you could make it. And you just keep going with faith. And remember, go a little further or go as far as you can. And when you get there, you'll be able to see farther. So that leap of faith, and think about that goldfish is really taking quite a leap there. Could he maximize his probabilities? And the answer is, of course. He probably would need to train, do some practice jumps where he didn't risk his entire life. And that certainly would be a really good idea. And one of the strategies to improve your probability of success is to get a really good coach or to learn from people or partner with people that have been very successful. So John Wooden with UCLA, considered the most successful sport any era, anywhere in the entire world. And John Wooden did some very powerful things. And people asked him, do you coach, what makes you such a good basketball coach? He said, look, I don't coach basketball. I coach people. And he began to realize very, very simply that everything counts. God is in the details. And he wanted his players to have great character. And when they had great character and they kept things simple and they played together, they could win. And the All Blacks rugby team, the greatest professional sports performance team with the winningest record of all time, lifetime, 77.13 over the course of over 100 years is super powerful. But they simply found that better people make better athletes, make better players, make better teams, but it starts with better people. So how about you commit yourself to becoming a little better every single day? John Maxwell, one of my great mentors, he says, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. You want to be that person because that's how you will create a great life for you and ultimately those around you. 2 great pieces of advice here on the same page saying kind of the same thing. Only take advice from someone you're willing to trade places with. And then the flip side of it, never let someone who has done nothing tell you how to do anything. And again, says kind of the same thing. Let the results speak for themselves. My results, beautiful, healthy, happy, family, thriving practice with both ends of the spectrum, the elite and the critically ill. And I've also taught doctors all over the world. And I'm branching out. Health is fantastic, but let's go with happiness and success. Because if I created a line and I said, hey, who wants to be healthy? Well, I put a few people in it. Who wants to be wealthy? Almost everybody goes in that line. So why don't we work on that? Health, happiness, and success. My favorite way is through guilt-free and turbocharged reishi-infused coffee, tea, hot chocolate, shakes, etc. And Every Tuesday, I have an Ask the Doctor. There's our meeting ID and password. If you want to join us, you can ask direct questions there. And my YouTube channel and my website. And as always, I'm Dr. Bob Rakowski, absolutely knowing that we can all be happy, healthy, and successful.